Shalom, Wakazak Mashpaka. Welcome to another episode of Daily Tonic in the World, right here on GC Create TV. And I remain your humble host, Daniel Feslan Yashurala. And today we are embarking from where we stopped yesterday to complete the entire book of Devariym. So we are taking from chapter 32 to the last chapter of the book of Devariym, which is chapter 34. And it says, "Give ears, O ye heaven, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the word of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herbs, and as the shower upon the grass. Because I will publish the name of Yahuwah, ascribe ye greatness unto our Elohim. He is the rock, his work is perfect, for all his ways are judgment, an hell of truth, and without iniquity, just and right is he. They have corrupted themselves, their sport is not the sport of his children. They are a perverse and crooked generation. Do ye thus requite Yahuwah, O foolish people and unwise? Is not he your father that has bought you? Has he not made you and established you? Remember the day of old, consider the days of many generations. Ask your fathers, and he will show you, your elders, and they will tell you. When El Elyon divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of men, he set the bonds of the people according to the number of the children of Yasharel. For Yahuwah's portion is his people. Yaakov is the lot of his inheritance, not the entire world. He found him in the desert land and in the waste holy wilderness. He led him about, he instructed him, he kept him as the apple of his eyes, as an eagle steers up a nest, flutters over a young, spread abroad her wings, takes them and bear them on her wings. So Yahuwah alone did lead him, and there was no strange hell with him. No strange hell with him. He made him ride on the high places of the earth, that he might eat the increase of the field, and he made him to suck honey out of the rock, and oil out of the flinty rocks, butter of kine, and milk of sheep, with fat of lambs, and rams of the breed of Bashan, the goats and the fat of the kidneys of wheat. And you did drink the pure blood of the grape, yet Yasharum waxed fat and kicked, and you are waxing fat, you are grown thick, you are covered with fatness. Then he forsook Eloha, and which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his Yeshua, that's of his salvation. They provoke him to jealousy, and strange Elohim, with abominations provoke they him to anger. They sacrifice unto devils, not to Elohai, to Elohim, whom they knew not, to new Elohim that came newly, whom your fathers feared not. Of the rock that begat you, you are unmindful, and are forgotten El that formed you. And when Yahuwah saw it, he harbored them because of the provoking of his sons. and of his daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. For they are a very froward generation, children in whom is no faith. Dear, sorry, they have moved me to jealousy with that which is not ill. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation, and with and for a and for sorry for a fire is kindled in my anger, and shall burn unto the lowest Sheol, and shall consume the earth with with our increase, and shall consume the earth with our increase, and set on fire the foundation of the mountains. I will heap mischief upon them. I will send, sorry, I will spend my arrows upon them. They shall be burnt with hunger and devoured with burning heat, and with butter instruction. I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them, with the poison of the serpent of the dust. The sword the sword without, and terror within, shall destroy both the young man and the virgin, the sucklings also, with the man of gray hair. I said, I would scatter them into corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease off among men. Wow. For those of you I'll be asking that, why is it that all this while I didn't know that I'm an Hebrew? I'm of the 12 tribes of Yasharel. It's because it has been written. It has been written. It has been written. Verse 27. Therefore, were it not, pardon me, were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemies, lest their adversary should have behaved themselves strangely, and lest they should say, our land is high, and Yahuwah has not done all this. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they would consider their latter end. How should we chase 1,000 and put 10,000 to flight, except except their rocks have sold them, and Yahuwah has set them up? For their rock is not as our rock, even our enemies themselves, even our enemies themselves being judges. For their kind is of the kind of Sedon, and of the field of Amorah. Their grapes are grapes of gall, their clusters are bitter. Their wine is the poison of dragon, and the cruel venom of asp. Verse 14. It is not this laid up in store with me, and sealed up among my treasures? To me belongs vengeance, to me belongs vengeance and recompense. Their foot shall slide in due time, for the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things that shall come upon them, make haste. For Yahuwah shall judge his people, and sigh to a servant when he sees that their power is gone, and there was no more, and there was none shut up or left. 37. And he shall say, where are their Elohim, their rock in whom they trusted, which did eat the fat of their sacrifices, and drunk the wine of their drink offerings? Let them rise up and help, and be your protection. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no Elohim with me. I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. 40. For I lift up my head to heaven, and say, I live forever. And for I wet my glittering sword, and with and my hand hold take hold on judgment. I will render vengeance to my enemies, and I will reward them that hate me. I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh, and that with the blood of the stain and of the captivity, from the beginning of revenge upon the end. Rejoice, O ye nation, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants, and will render vengeance to his adversaries, and he will be merciful unto his land and unto his people. And Moshe came and spoke all the words of this song in the ear of the people, he and Husha the son of Nun. And Moshe made an end of speaking all this word to all Yasharel, and he said unto them, set your heart unto all the words which I testify among you this day, which ye shall command your children to guard to do all the words of this Torah. For it is not a vain thing for you, because it is your life. And through these things ye shall prolong your days in the land, whether you go over the Yarden to possess it. Verse 48. And Yahuwah spoke unto Moshe that self same day, saying, Get up now. Sorry, get you up into this mountain Devariym, unto Mount Nebo, which is in the land of Moab, that is over against Jericho. And behold, the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Yasharel for possession, and die in the mount whither you go up, and be gathered unto your people, as Aharon your brother died in Mount Hor, and was gathered unto his people. Blessed, because ye transgressed against me among the children of Yasharel, of the want of water. Sorry, children of Yasharel, at the waters of Meribah Kadesh, in the wilderness of Sin, because ye sanctified me not in the midst of the children of Yasharel. Yet you shall see the land before you, but you shall not go thither unto the land which I give the children of Yasharel. Now we're in chapter 33. And this is the blessing wherewith Moshe, the man of Elohim, blessed the children of Yasharel before his death. And he said, Yahuwah came from Sinai and rose up from Seir unto them. He shined forth from Mount Paran, and he came with 10,000 of Kodeshim from his right hand. Went a fairly law for them. Yea, he loved the people, all his Kodashim are in your hands. And they sat down at his feet. Everyone shall receive of his word. Yahuwah commanded us a Torah, even the inheritance of the assembly of Jacob. And he was king in Yashurun, when the head of the people and the tribes of Yasharel were gathered together. Let Reuben live and not die, and let not his men be few. This is the meaning of Yehuda. And they said, Hear Yahuwah, the voice of Yehuda, and bring him unto his people. Let his hand be sufficient. Let his hands be sufficient for him, and be you a help to him from his enemies. And of Levi he said, Let your Tumim and your Urim be with you all the time, whom you did prove at Makkah, and with whom ye did strive at the waters of Meribah. Who said unto his father and to his mother, I have not seen him, neither did he acknowledge his brethren, nor knew of his children, that they have girded your word and kept your covenant. Then shall teach Yaakov your judgment, and Yasharel your Torah, and they shall put incense before you and hold ascending smoke offering upon your altar. Bless Yahuwah his substance, and accept the works of his hands. Smite through the loins of them that rise against him, and of them that hate him, that that they rise not again. And of Benjamin he said, the beloved of Yahuwah shall dwell in safety by him, and Yahuwah shall cover him all the day long, and he shall dwell among his father. Shall dwell between his shoulders. And of yourself he said, blessed of Yahuwah be his land, for the precious thing of the heaven, for the dew, and for the deep that couches beneath, and for the precious fruits brought forth by the sun, and for the precious things put forth by the moon, and for the chief things of the ancient mountains, and for the precious things, and for the precious thing of the lasting hill, and for the precious things of the earth and the fullness thereof, and for the goodwill of him that dwells in the chance bush. Let the blessing come upon the head of Joseph, and upon the head of the and upon the top of the head of him that was separated from his brethren. His glory is like the firstling of his bullock, and his horn are like and his horns are like the horns of unicorn. With them he shall push the people together to the end of the earth, and they are the 10,000 of Ephraim, and they are the thousands of Manasseh, and of Zebulun he said, rejoice, Zebulun, for your going out, in your going out, and Yishakar in your tent. They shall call the people unto the mountain. There they shall offer sacrifices of righteousness, for they shall suck of the abundance of the sea, and the treasure hid in the sand. And of God he said, blessed be that you encourage God. He dwells as a lion, and tear the arms with the crown of the head. And he provided the first part of himself, because there in the portion of the Torah giver was he seated, and he cried unto the head of the people. He executed the justice of Yahuwah, and his judgment was like and his judgment with Yasharel, pardon me. And of Dan he said, Dan is a lion's whelp, he shall leap from Bashan. And of Naphtali he said, O Naphtali, satisfied with favor and full with the blessings of Yahuwah, possess you the part and the west and the south. And of Asia he said, let us Asia be built with children. Let Asia be blessed with children. Let him be acceptable to his brethren, and let him dip his foot in oil. Your shoes shall be iron and brass, and of your days shall be and as your days, so shall your strength be. There is none like unto El of Yasharon, who writes upon the heavens, or write upon the heavens in your time, and his excellency of on the sky, and the eternal Elohai is your refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms, and ye shall thrust through the enemies from before you, and shall say, Destroy them. Yasharel then shall dwell in safety alone. The fountain of Yaakov shall be found, shall be upon a land of grains and vines and wine. Also his heavens shall drop down dew. Happy are you, O Yasharel, for who is like unto you, O people, said Yahuwah. Their seed, the seed of of your help, the shield of your help, and who is the sword of your excellency, and your enemies shall be shall be found liars unto you, and you shall tread upon their places, upon their high places.
For sponsorship, advert placement, please call or WhatsApp this number +234 811 731 0928.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. So let us make it a wrap up for today's episode of the program. Now we are in chapter 34. And Moshe went up from the plain of Moab unto the mountain of Nezu to the top of Pisgah, that is over against Jericho. And Yahuwah showed him all the land of Gilead unto Dan, and all Naphtali, and the land of Ephraim and Manasseh, and all the land of Yehudah unto the utmost sea, and the Negev, and the circle of the valley of Jericho, the city of palm trees, unto Soar. And Yahuwah said unto him, This is the land which I swore unto Abraham, unto Yitzchak, and unto Jacob, saying, I will give it unto your seed. I have cursed you to see it with your eyes, but you shall not go over thither. So Moshe, the servant of Yahuwah, died there in the land of Moab, according to the word of Yahuwah. And they buried him in the valley of the land of Moab, over against Beit Peor. But no man knows of his sepulchre unto this day. And Moshe was 120 years old when he died. His eyes was not dim, nor his natural force abated. And the children of Yasharel wept for Moshe in the plains of Moab 30 days. So the days of weeping and mourning of Moshe were ended. And Yahusha the son of Nun was full of the Ruach Chokmah. And Moshe had laid his hand upon him. Ruach Chokmah means the spirit of wisdom. In case you don't know. And the children of Yasharel hearkened unto him, and did as Yahuwah commanded Moshe. And there arose not a prophet since in Yasharel like unto Moshe, whom Yahuwah knew face to face, in all the signs and the wonders which Yahuwah shall send him to do in the land of Mizraim, to Pharaoh, and to all the servants, and to all his land. The last verse in the book of Devariym, chapter 12, Devariym 34, verse 12. And in that, sorry, in all that mighty hand, and in all the great terror which Moshe showed in the sight of all Yasharel. Wow. So can I say that truly there's nothing that Yah says that doesn't come to pass? Yah had told Moshe that you are not going to go into this promised land because of you disobeyed me that little. But do you know the funniest part? The Most High ensured that he made his promise stand because of that small mistake. He showed Moshe the promised land and said, that is it. But you will never get there because you did not respect me. You did not obey me when I was to strike the rock, to speak to the rock, but you struck the rock. So this we make it a wrap on today's episode of Daily Tonic in the Word right here on GC Creative TV. I remain your humble host and your own very arc, Daniel, Fierce Lion, Yasharala. And with this, I say shalom and bye for now.